The strengths I've identified is that they're good at offlining the ball, which results in an interception and turning over the ball, which could result in a goal. It shows that they have good timing skills, as they are offlining the ball to get their interception. It results in the ball being turned over, so it shows that they have good speed and acceleration, as they're going to have to go off the point to beat the other player in getting the ball. Another strength was that they had good footwork ability, because they had a range of the skills. They demonstrated the one-landed footwork, two-landed footwork, and running footwork. This is a strength, as it shows that they can adapt to any situation on the court and cope. So, for example, if the game is at a high speed, that they'll have to adapt the footwork into doing a running footwork skill to keep up with the game and not slow it down. Another strength is that they're good at marking the opponent at a 3 foot, so putting their arms up and not falling in, which shows good balance, and it prevents them getting a penalty, pass or shot, which could result in a goal and getting the ball. They're also good at re-offering onto the ball if not successful the first time. So if they're driving onto the ball and they're not successful, then they'll keep re-offering, changing direction until they are successful, which shows that they have good agility. This is useful as it is losing their defender player, because they're constantly changing direction, which will mean it'll be hard to keep up with them. They have good communication skills with the other circle defender, so the goalkeeper or the other defender, which is the wing defence, and to talking and shouting left and right, to blocking the ball from the person or getting the person away from the ball. They're good at setting up a zone on their on the opposition's backline and sideline, which so they're marking the space instead of man to man. So it prevents the other team from being able to run directly, freely into the ball, and then this will eventually result in the other team having a held ball for 3 seconds and turning over the ball. The weaknesses they picked out was that they often contacted the player a lot, which means they had a lack of spatial awareness, so it's not good, as it results in a penalty pass or shot, which results in the other team being more successful. They often free played the ball, which is bouncing the ball or not catching the ball accurately. This shows that they may not be fully concentrated and other factors might distract them, like the audience or anything. And also that the hand-eye coordination is weak, as they have not actually caught the ball successfully. That results in the other team getting the ball and eventually maybe scoring a goal. They also, which was a weakness, they broke the line on their own centre pass, which was really bad, as it results in losing a centre pass and can result in the team having to trail 2 goals and get 2 goals back because they'll have an extra centre. This demonstrates that they have bad reaction times, as they go before the whistle. Stamina was very weak, as they couldn't always keep up with the goal attack. So when they're running back from the ball being attacked, it means that they didn't keep up with them, so it was easier for the goal attack to just drive straight into the circle and score the ball quickly without being put off by defending with their arms or being blocked into the circle, so it just made it easier to score, which was bad. The blocking skill was weak, as instead of keeping them out of the circle, they tend to lean forward, which meant that they contacted them, which is like the opposite effect of blocking, because you're trying to get the attacker player to block the defender and resulting for a free ball. But because this was weak, it resulted in contact, which resulted in a penalty pass or shot, which can result in a goal. The major weakness that I picked out was that the chest pack was weak and lacked strength and power, which resulted in the pass being not as fast, so easily intercepted. The pass also wasn't performed correctly, as the elbows were stuck out, which could be the reason why the pass wasn't as powerful. Action plan, and the goal will be to improve the consistency of the chest pass and to increase the power. I'm going to do this over a 4-week period, 3 times a week, for 30 minutes each session. The coaching points that I would say for a chest pass is to hold the ball with arms spread apart in a W position with fingertips on the ball, with your feet 1 foot in front of the other, not normally the dominant foot, which is behind. You then lean back onto the dominant foot, put the ball in a rotate the ball in a circular motion, lean back and push forward, extend your arms, push the ball off the fingertips, which will create a more direct approach so the ball will go forward. For my action plan, I'd first of all start off with player on their own with the ball and mark an X on the wall and get them to try and pass the ball constantly on the X to improve their accuracy. Then I would develop that into working with a partner, so in twos, and just demonstrating the chest pass, doing 20 chest passes to the partner to get it more constant. And then further this skill by making the ball carrier change the position of their arms, so it's a target. This will make it more accurate to where they're passing because it's changing all the time. I'd then progress that into a moving footwork drill, driving off the back line. So the chest pass is being demonstrated whilst doing the footwork, so it is doing coordination, which is needed in netball. I'd then make that into a group drill, running out at a 45-degree angle, receiving a chest pass, outward pivoting, and then throwing a chest pass to the other player. I'd then go into a small 2v2 game, which has got defenders in, so it's more realistic. I'd then make them do 10 chest passes consecutively, and then if they're in the 2 teams, and if they reach the 10 passes, then each team get a point and then compete. I'd then progress that into 3v3, following the same rules to getting more players into the drill to make it again more realistic, and then I'd develop that into a full court game. I'd do pre-post testing to test the accuracy of their chest pass. So before I do my action plan, I'd watch them in a game of netball and record the percentage of accuracy in the chest pass and how successful it was. I'd then do it after my action plan to see if the accuracy had improved and the percentage had gone up. The local and national opportunities. Local netball in Oldham is very popular. At Oldham Sixth Form College there are lots of opportunities for training in the sports hall, competitions such as the Northwest schools, Northwest colleges. Then if also in Oldham Sports Centre you could go on nightly team and compete on games. Then you could go to a club such as Oldham, which is very successful as they're known to be national champions and had a very powerful leading coach. With this Oldham Netball Club they could then go in to compete nationally in national qualifiers, national championships. If they play for Oldham they could progress this on even further and be sent for Northwest High Performance Trials, where they will learn different and more advanced skills and abilities and how to improve the gameplay. After going to this for a certain amount of weeks, the leading coach could then select at least 10 players, and if you get selected then you could get sent for England trials, where at England trials you'll be watched in your gameplay and your skills, and then you could be picked to go into the long squad and short squad. The long squad is being more tested for your fitness and ability, and your short squad is to see whether you're can achieve to get onto the long squad. If you then achieve getting onto the long squad and get picked to play on the actual team, you can compete worldwide to go to Africa, Spain, America. To finance all this, it is known, like, I personally have done car washes and bake cakes and to raise their own money. So if the person wanted to do this at a higher level and wanted to be funded, they could get sponsors off the company, or could go to Tesco and do some bagging, or help with coaching at schools and get paid. Health and fitness benefits. Short-term effects on the skeletal and cardio and respiratory systems is that because it can increase cardiovascular fitness. As you use fat as the main sources, you'll often go on long runs when in netball training. This will reduce fatty deposits and body weight, which results in less chance of high cholesterol, and it eliminates the cause, which is the fatty deposit. As netball is a hard, intense game, it will result in a stronger heart due to the arteries regularly constricting and dilating, which prevent artery walls hardening and reduces arteriosclerosis. As the heart will be stronger, it will be pumping more blood around the body to get oxygen to the muscles as you're constantly working in netball. This will result in muscle hypertrophy and increases cardiac output, which will improve more blood flow to the muscles, which will be quicker. It reduces osteoporosis as you're constantly working its healthy bones, because regular exercise promotes this. More through doing netball, you'll have increased alveoli and lung elasticity as you're constantly working the muscles. So this will be good. You'll have increased strength and efficiency in the respiratory muscles as your lungs are constantly working in netball. The social and emotional benefits is that you make new friends. As if you join a team, you're interacting with other people you don't know. Your confidence levels will rise as you'll get to know more people, so be more confident. It's fun, as it's just a game. Netball is a game, so you can fun. It'll be competitive. It can release your stress, as you can let all your anger out on court. The negative impacts of netball is that as you're training very hard, you'll be overloading. So you'll be working the same muscles constantly, which will cause them to weaken and tire and result in an injury. Like a common injury in netball is damaging the cruciate ligament, which is due to unwanted movement in the knee. The immune system will be weak, as due to doing so much exercise, there'll be an open window so petty disease can get in. You might develop arthritis because doing netball over a long period of time through twisting and turning, damage on the bones, and hard impact through landing doing the footwork. It could result in arthritis. Doing netball, you learn morals, because you have to follow the rules, so like going offside or where you're allowed in court. You'll learn to discipline, as you have to listen to the ref and their decisions and not answer back, and it can prepare you for life, as it can develop communication within your team, so with other people as well, and working with a team, because playing netball has got 7 players on it and not just one. That's it.